The central Dogtrot breezeway. At the heart of this house sits an open passage running straight through the middle, connecting two separate wings while staying exposed to the outside air on both ends. This layout traces back to log cabins built across the rural South, where families discovered that a covered walkway through the center of a home created natural airflow long before anyone had air conditioning. For someone who spends most of their time outdoors anyway, that breezeway becomes something closer to an outdoor living room than a hallway, a place to kick off muddy boots, hang wet gear, or just sit with a cup of coffee and watch the sun come up over the property. It blurs the line between being inside and being outside in a way that most modern floor plans never attempt. Instead of stepping through one door and immediately sealing yourself off from the land around you, the breezeway keeps that connection alive all day long, every time you walk from one side of the house to the other. The steel frame structure. Every barndominium starts with a post-frame steel skeleton, borrowed directly from agricultural buildings originally meant to hold up barns rather than family homes. For someone whose daily routine involves hunting boots, fishing gear, ATVs, or a truck bed full of firewood, that steel frame brings a kind of durability wood framing simply can't match. It resists rot, warping, and termite damage in a way that matters enormously if your lifestyle means tracking dirt, mud, and moisture into the house on a regular basis. The wide open-span steel framing allows also mean fewer interior walls getting in the way of gear storage, mudrooms, or oversized doorways built for hauling equipment through without turning sideways. It's not a delicate house, and for someone who treats their home as a base camp rather than a museum piece, the toughness ends up mattering more than almost anything else on this list. Wraparound porches. Stretching around two or more sides of the exterior, this covered space borrows from classic southern farmhouse design, where deep shaded porches were essential for surviving hot summers long before central air existed. For outdoor lovers, a wraparound porch becomes prime real estate, somewhere to clean fish, sharpen tools, dry out wet clothes, or just sit and watch weather roll in across open land. Because it wraps the building rather than sitting only on one side, there's almost always a shaded spot no matter which direction the sun happens to be hitting throughout the day. Ceiling fans mounted along the roofline keep air moving even during still summer evenings, and sturdy furniture built for actual use, rather than delicate patio sets, tends to fill these spaces. It becomes less of a decorative feature and more of a functional extension of daily life, especially for anyone who spends more waking hours outside than in. The mudroom and gear entry. Positioned near side or rear entrance, this transitional space exists specifically to catch the mess that comes with an outdoor-heavy lifestyle before it ever reaches the main living area. Hooks for jackets, a bench for pulling off boots, and durable flooring that can handle mud, snowmelt, or wet dog paws all live here, keeping the rest of the home clean without requiring constant vigilance. Dogtrot Barndominiums often place this room directly off the breezeway or garage bay, creating a natural staging point between the outdoors and everything else. Anyone who's ever tracked mud across a hallway carpet understands why this room earns its place in a house built for people who actually use their land. It's a small detail on paper, but daily life tends to prove just how much it matters. Barn-style sliding doors. Mounted on exposed iron tracks, these oversized doors reference the massive doors once used to move equipment and livestock through actual barns. Inside a modern Dogtrot Barndominium, they typically divide bedrooms from hallways or seal off the breezeway during storms, but they also show up as a practical way to open large sections of the house toward the outdoors when weather allows. Because they slide rather than swing, they don't require floor space to open, which matters in mudrooms, gear closets, or any tight area where hunting bows, kayaks, or fishing rods might be leaning against a wall. The scale of these doors also just feels right for a house built around an outdoor lifestyle, since everything about the design leans toward function over delicacy. A house full of oversized, rugged hardware tends to suit people who don't worry about scuffing a doorframe with a backpack full of climbing gear. The attached garage and workshop bay. Extending off one end of the structure, this space gives homeowners room for trucks, boats, ATVs, or a full workshop setup that a standard suburban garage was never designed to handle. Steel frame construction naturally lends itself to large open bays, meaning garage doors can be built tall and wide enough to fit a boat trailer or a stack of firewood without anyone needing to squeeze past. Many owners finish part of this space with dedicated outlets and durable concrete flooring specifically for maintaining equipment, sharpening tools, or working on a project vehicle. Others use it purely for storage, keeping kayaks, camping gear, and hunting equipment organized and out of the weather without cluttering the main living area. For someone whose hobbies involve gear that simply can't live in a closet, this bay often becomes one of the most used spaces in the entire home. Metal roofing built for the outdoors. Corrugated steel roofing, drawn directly from agricultural buildings, handles heavy rain, hail, and decades of sun exposure far better than traditional shingles ever could. For a homeowner who's outside constantly and depends on their property holding up through rough weather, that durability translates directly into fewer repairs and less worry during storm season. Metal roofing also sheds snow more effectively in colder climates, reducing the load a roof needs to support during winter, which matters for anyone living somewhere seasons swing hard in both directions. There's something fitting about a roof material built to handle whatever the outdoors throws at it, on a house designed around people who spend their lives out in it. It's a practical choice that also happens to age well, often lasting 50 years or more with minimal upkeep. Single-story living for easy indoor-outdoor flow. Because a Dogtrot Barndominium sits entirely on one level, there's no staircase interrupting the path between the kitchen, the breezeway, and the yard beyond it. That matters more than people expect once you're hauling in a cooler full of fish, carrying firewood, or just trying to get muddy boots off before collapsing onto a couch after a long day outside. Everything stays close and connected, without a flight of stairs turning a quick trip outside into a bigger production than it needs to be. Single-story layouts also tend to open more naturally toward the land around them, since there's no upper floor blocking views or requiring windows to be positioned around a second level. For a lifestyle built around moving freely between indoors and out, removing that vertical barrier ends up mattering just as much as any single feature on the exterior. Large windows and sight lines to the land. Because steel framing allows for wide open spans without extra interior support walls, large windows become much easier to incorporate throughout the home, especially along walls facing open land, tree lines, or a favorite hunting spot. Rather than small punched openings scattered across a wall, many Dogtrot Barndominiums use expansive glass to keep the property visible from nearly every main room, including the breezeway itself. This isn't just about natural light, though that matters too, but about staying visually connected to the outdoors even while inside doing dishes or making coffee. Watching deer cross a field at dawn, or noticing weather rolling in before it hits, becomes part of daily life rather than something you have to step outside to check. For someone who chose their property specifically for the land itself, a house that constantly frames that land feels less like decoration and more like the entire point. Room to build an outdoor living space. Because barndominiums are typically built on larger rural or semi-rural lots, there's usually enough surrounding space to add a fire pit, an outdoor kitchen, a dog run, or simply an open field for kids and animals to roam. The house itself tends to work with that land rather than against it, with porches, breezeways, and garage bays all positioned to make stepping outside feel natural rather than like a separate event. Many owners eventually add covered patios or detached structures that echo the same steel and metal aesthetic as the main house, creating a small compound rather than a single isolated building. This flexibility matters enormously for anyone whose relationship with their property extends well beyond the four walls of the house itself. In the end, that's really what separates this style from a typical suburban floor plan, since every part of it seems built around the assumption that the yard matters just as much as the rooms inside.